Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Hunter x Hunter Chapter 415. So, this was a really massive chapter. We got a lot of information, especially that martial law has officially begun in the current timeline, right? Like, now that everybody is here, instead of like a 40 minutes past martial law, we're finally to where martial law has begun. We get to see the reactions of everyone, and that's what I want to talk about today. How Team Kurapika is going to overcome this martial law, because this is attacking all of them. They're all dealing with this thing. So first, let's start with the beginning of the chapter. We got to see Fury Cobb's Nen ability, like actually see it instead of, reading about it. It's one of the coolest abilities I think Togashi has ever created. It's a laptop and it gives you all the info you need. Like, it's so RPG like, and I really like it. I really love it. I want to talk about it maybe in another video, but the crucial information we got from that part of the chapter with Fury Call talking to Beyond is that the Seed Urn ceremony was basically where all the curses were afflicted, right? When the princes put their hands in the Seed Urn, Beyond's child that was connected to that prince had the curse become activated, right? So we know that the real Prince Wobble probably has a curse afflicted because she did participate in the Seed Urn ceremony. She just wasn't at the departure ceremony. So yeah, she's not eligible for the Succession War, but she's still cursed. So that does play a big part. And it's funny because right after this, we get stuff with Kurapika talking to Queen Oito, basically continuing their conversation from when we seen Gon and Killua. And the plan is to send Queen Oito's sister some postcards and with an encrypted letter saying the status of everything, asking if Wobble is okay, because we know that she's got a huge target on her back. Maybe Kurapika is going to infer a little bit that he's going to send Gon and Killua to protect Prince Wobble and maybe find a Nen Exorcist and, basically start that whole arc. They get Babymina because Babymina is the representative of the military, and they need permission from the military to send out these letters to the Yozora. Right? And he's such a goat because he looks at it real quick, doesn't even care. He's like, all right, here you go. Like, he's on our side. He really is. And especially the things he's going to do in a little later. So now we have martial law officially beginning. We get to see Camilla and Saradnik. They don't really care. They're chilling in their rooms. Camilla's getting a massage. She's like, shut that off. Saradnik is meditating, ignoring the announcement. This is imminent danger for everyone on the Black Whale. Saradnik is continuing his Nen meditation. He's a problem, but we already knew that. We find out that Zhang Lei is still missing, so we have to figure out what's going on with that. And then Luzerus is also gone, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. For Tebepa and Tyson, they go willingly because they have to. They're weaker princes, and they don't really think they can stand a chance against the military right now. Like, Tyson doesn't know what the Nen Beast does right now, and Tebepa can't even see it, I don't think. So we'll have to see what happens with them. Hopefully they're going to be okay, especially Tyson, because we know Izunavi is actually walking with Tyson. Apparently Tyson's going to have to go in the room by herself, though, with Tebepa, and I don't know if Izunavi wants to really allow that, because he's got to protect Prince Tyson, and if she's going to be in the room unguarded with Prince Benjamin, God knows what's going to happen. So, anyway, moving on to Mariam, we see Bisky, and she notices that the military guard for Prince Benjamin is kind of emanating aura, and it's not really a good intent. So, she already knows what's up. Bisky, we already know She's a very good, capable fighter, very smart, very experienced, and she's already planning on taking this guy out, right? She's also got Hanzo there with her, so it should be relatively easy. There's another guy there, the guy that loves her muscles, so she's got enough help there. Not that she really even needs it, but anyway, she states that they're going to stay in the Nen Pocket Dimension because honestly, that's the smartest play. Why would you leave that, right? Mariam is completely protected. Nobody can come in or out. You're safe. And she does say that if they do leave the pocket dimension, like if Mariam leaves it, they most likely aren't going to be able to use it again because it was like a one-time thing. Mariam doesn't really know how to use his Nen Beast yet, so we'll have to see what happens with that. Finally, we see Kurapika and Oito, and Babymina states that he was able to pardon the fake Prince Wobble. And that's really insane to me because we got to see Prince Benjamin's rampage, and I don't know how he would just say, okay, so that's a fake prince. Like, I don't know how he would allow that, especially with the time constraint. But maybe he wasn't even worried about Prince Wobble. He's like, all right, this is such an easy kill for me that I'll put it to the side. It's not worth the trouble, especially with Kurapika. So that's probably what happened. But Babymina knows that Queen Oito lied about having the fake prince. So he says, you committed treason. So what you need to do is stay in this room. You can't leave or you're going to get arrested. But Babymina is just basically he's trying to make sure Queen Oito is kept out of the situation and the baby, right? They're all protected in the room, and Babymina isn't like these other military guards that are literally killing everybody trying to fight. Like we've seen Kanji Doll kill people like before martial law even began. So it's really insane. Now, for Fugetsu, right? We do get stated by Fugetsu's mother that she's in the Justice Bureau, and that makes sense because we know that they have a whole plan going on with the Luzerus, right? Their plan is to take Luzerus out using Fugetsu's Nen ability mixed with Melody's flute singing, hypnosis, and Kaiser's going to be the one to carry Luzerus at a range to kill him for the Black Whale. Now, in chapter 410, we see Kaiser there chilling, and this is 20 minutes after what's currently happening on the Black Whale. So, did they achieve their mission? Right? It would only make sense that Luzerus is missing, we haven't seen Fugetsu, they have a whole plan of killing each other, and it basically is being enacted right now because we don't even see Luzerus, and they stated we're going to get him in the afternoon, and we're going to get him when he's by himself. That's exactly what happened. So maybe Luzerus could be dead. We don't know what's going to happen with him. We know that Kaiser is at the Justice Bureau, and it was stated that Fugetsu is at the Justice Bureau. So maybe that mission's done. We'll have to find out. But we know that Bisky and Hanzo are probably going to be fighting this guard in the next few chapters, which it shouldn't be that hard. It's one guy, unless he's got, destruction of the verse net ability. I don't really think it's going to be a problem. And as for Kurapika, he's safe right now. Babymina is protecting the queen, so they don't really have to do nothing, which might be irritating for Kurapika, knowing that all of his comrades are out there dealing with this martial law. I don't know what Kurapika is going to do. I don't know if he'll be able to leave, because I stated that earlier, that Babymina is somebody that Kurapika can tag out with, right? Kurapika could say, all right, Babymina, I got to go do something. Can I trust you to stay here with the queen? And I think he's a good enough dude. That should be okay, right? But yeah, my thing with this is that Benjamin is trying to gather so much of the power on the Black Whale right now, right? He's currently in chapter 410 trying to take control of the three branches, which will give him all the power he needs to actually execute the rest of the princes and win the actual succession war. Because if he goes out and murders everyone, it's not you're the new king, it's you're going to jail, right? Because he's blatantly killing, right? And that's not allowed. Even the bodyguards, they always get some kind of, repercussion for killing um, a prince. It's not easy, it's murder. So once he has control of that, he could have the means and he can have enough, time to be like, all right, father, write the letter that I'm the new king and it's good. But I think that he's currently going after Camilla and Saradnik right now, and the way they're hyping him up, he might be able to take out Camilla because it just might fit that way. They have a whole story arc, and it'll hype Benjamin up. But the real fight that we need to be looking forward to is Benjamin versus Saradnik, because this is going to be the tide of the entire Succession War, right? This is going to be where everything happens, and it's going to be so insane because if Saradnik takes out Benjamin, he is the new head runner of the Succession War. He's guaranteed to win because who's going to beat him? Who in their right mind is going to beat Saradnik? He's too powerful. Bro is meditating while freaking martial law is going on. So, this guy is just too insane, and I really have to pray for Kurapika and his group. I hope that they're all unscathed and good. Um, but let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think? What do you think Team Kurapika's, goal is going to be? How do you think they're going to deal with Benjamin and Saradnik, like these both opposing sides, during this actual war between siblings? It's insane. But anyways, guys, if you liked the video, leave a like. It's been SJ Benj. Peace.